All right, my beautiful people, let's get this show on the road. It is December 1st of supposedly Gregorian calendar wise 2023. And we on Pi Healing are starting a new series. It's called HTH Healing the Hood. And today we are talking about relationships. Um, Obviously, it seems like there's a war on the masculine and feminine traits and roles in today's society, and they would like for them to be reversed. But I'm here to tell you, standing on a natural woman, that you need to take your power back. Man has fallen and lost their way for over hundreds of thousands of years, and the result of that is what we're seeing today. You know, foolishness, of the ninth degree. Okay, so let's begin of saging the area, clearing the AI from trying to seep into my quantum realm of knowledge and conversing with my fellow people, my fellow star tribe, my fellow Alakians. All right. So it seems like men are no longer divine, meaning back when my mother was growing up and possibly in my grandmother's days and before that, right? A man honored a woman. He honored everything about her. And so fact that he would marry her and make his whole life devoting his love to her. Like in Motown, or I don't remember who the person was, but I'll drink your bathwater. You know what I'm saying? Like, his love for the woman was so strong. She made it so strong for him to want to provide for her. And the woman, you know, accepting his offer was like, okay, well, why wouldn't I want a man that I'm attracted to, that's loving, that's devoting, sacral, meaning he's honoring righteousness. He understands what a family is. He understands what it takes to be a provider, a leader. Why wouldn't I follow that man? Why wouldn't I be feminine for that man? Why wouldn't I sacrifice my body for this man by bearing his children, his offspring? Why wouldn't I? He's doing everything for me, providing for me, protecting me, nurturing me, leading me. Why wouldn't you? And as a woman speaking, who wouldn't in the right mind would not want to be safeguarded by the arms of a man, by being led, protected, provided for, and listened to? Who wouldn't, right? Well, unfortunately, all that is out the motherfucking window. And again, for those who do not agree with vulgarity, this is not the channel for you, or this is not the video for you. I do have a time and a place where I, let my hair down, so to speak. And this is one of those videos. All Hood, Healing the Hood series will be vulgarity in some form or fashion. So if that's not of your cup of tea, please exit now. All right. So, but anyways, that's where we're at now today, because, and systematically, it's not your fault. But before we get to that point, 2023, where women think it's okay to show their whole clitoris from without getting paid for it, but then two, for the whole world to just see children of the like, older people, like there's no discretion no more. And because of a Jezebel spirit that we'll talk about later being propagandized, you think it's okay to walk outside going to the grocery store with your whole pussy out, titties out, ass out, you know what I'm saying? And it's unacceptable. So because the men have fallen, it's leading a segue for the women to not become women. So the men had fallen, now the women have fallen. So systematically, it's not your fault, because after, they removed us from our land, enter paper genocide, starting their own laws within, you know, chaos, and Indian Removal Act, transferring our estate over to their paper domicile. That was the perfect way to enter, you know, the domination of the mind, breaking of a slave, mentally. First, it starts there. And then from there on, throughout the generations, your plan will be fully executed. Meaning the breaking of the mind, meaning you're no longer strong as a man, you're no longer provider, leader, protector. And therefore, the woman doesn't have to be, well, since she's not being protected, provided, and led, she's doing it all on her own. And now, since y'all learned the game from us, now we're turning it back on y'all. And we're no longer feminine, we're masculine, and you're no longer masculine, you're feminine. So systematically, through the separation of our culture, our customs, our ways, we entered into segregation or desegregation. And we allowed the systematic allowing of amalgamation to subdue us. And we allow somebody else's system to overrun what we knew and who we are as men and women, Nubians, right? New beings of the Most High, who having soul, right? So we allow the soulless ones to contradict what the souls are doing and have been doing for thousands of years, right? So we must rise to the highest degree of self-truth, aligning with the divine, the source, whoever you deem high, regardless of your religion, it's still a higher source that you deem high, you reverence, because it came before you, right? And it was passed on down to you. And because of the resonance that it has within your spirit, you choose to take it on. So if God, as in Jesus Christ, is your Lord and Savior, then so be it. Buddha, so be it. Islam, Allah, so be it. Whoever it is that you deem to be a higher source than you, then you have to deem that. And regardless of you atheists, if you believe in the Big Bang came from somewhere else. It stemmed from something. Nothing just happens because, regardless, nothing does. Everything is all created or grafted. Either way it goes, it was still created. So, I'm doing this channel and doing these videos to bring the man and the woman back to center and bring them back to self. I welcome you, man and woman, to come back. You know what I'm saying? Look beyond the physical. Now, you honor principles that are material, that are physical, instead of going beyond the physical, which some would call spirituality, the 4th and 5, 6D, and beyond. Women, understand your power. Are you a sacred whore? Or are you a Jezebel, a slut? Showing of the coochie, the ass flaunting, the wig wearing. Yes, wigs are of nothing new under the sun, right? Because it's an image you're trying to project, right? And for some, unfortunately, who are part of the masses, you don't have the ability to think of a higher intellect. It's atomic. What's in front of you is presented to you, and that's all that you know. You don't know outside of thinking outside the box. You just don't know that, right? So, yes, and if you hear my notes, I have, I wrote my segments out. I got to be prepared for this. But sometimes spirit just allows you to just talk, and sometimes you have to just talk, so sometimes there won't be no notes or anything prepared. I'll just go into it. But, we have to have restoration of the mind. So woman taking your power back, which allow the man to understand, if I step in my divinity, my femininity, you have no other choice but to operate in your masculinity, your divinity, your divine male aspects of truth, of providing, protecting, leading. And that's just naturally because that's why you are a physically dominant species other than me. Physically, you can dominate me, and that's a purpose to aid me in my becomings and my belongings. I mentally, which is why women overthink and can have a conversation for days, I am your thought process. I am your endower. You bring to me and I sow and harvest it. You sowed it into me as seed and I harvest it. Anything that you bring to the woman, she is going to manifest and multiply. So my solution for all of you today is to stop being so fucking lazy and accepting black culture, which is nothingness. It was designed to wipe you from existence. Name a country that is called black. Oh wait. Okay. Name a city that is called black. Oh wait. There's no such thing as a culture called black, but yet it has been created for those who are lost, who have become deaf, dumb, and blinded to the bigger scales of things. Y'all have become lost in the knowing. Men being afraid to lead, women being afraid to go within. We hold the power to all things. Till this day, man cannot procreate. Yet you have the seed or the initiation onto to bring out what I would already have to manifest. Meaning, you give me the seed, your sperm, I have the egg and give you life, a child. So understand the importance of duality, the man and the woman. It's not just one, the man you want and the woman to submit. Are you providing the necessary space for that woman to submit? Woman, are you being divine and in your power for that man to want to provide and protect for you? Are you understanding who you are, regardless of your hue, your ethnicity, your mulatto-ness, or your straight divinity, divine nine etherness? Who are you? Do you understand who you are? Or are you caught up in the scale of things that have been presented before you? And if you are, you need to move from us. Remove yourself from the divine feminine, the divine masculine. I welcome you back as we are here on Pi, which is preserve your energy, protect your energy. Come back to who you are. It's sad that we can't even date no more. And I'm what you would call 36 years old, right? It's the dating scene, no matter if you're in my city or another city, and I'm pretty sure it's like that in other countries. It's horrible because life, so far as human beings, regardless of how we were created, we have lost our ways, and no one, I ain't gonna say no one, but very few are keeping up the truth or keeping up the divinity, the divine order of who you were before you, how you got here, and is why you are the way you are. The system of what you see today, fast food, social media, that is a distraction. And then for those who cannot intercede on what's in front of you, subliminally you are lost in the fucking sauce. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, regardless if you are a teenager, regardless if you are a young adult into mature adulthood, or an older individual or elder, you have the responsibility of self to put out truth, to tell the young women quit showing your pussy, to tell the young men quit striving only for pussy. Because beyond the veil of beauty, beyond the veil of your phallus, what is it? You got men nowadays who are in their 30s who cannot stand sexuality longer than 5 minutes. What the fuck? You got women who only know promiscuity, who only know sex, who only know to welcome the man with my physical attributes. You have no thought, you have nothing centered, you have no depth, you have nothing to offer a true king, a true man, which is operating within himself, which is a king. You know what I'm saying? And that's a later date title, but to follow the light of Pharaoh, to follow the likeliness of the Most High. Man and woman has lost their way, and we got to come back. We got to come back. And each day I will be giving out a segment on relationships, on love, on how you grew up, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be tailored to how my spirit feels, to how what voice needs to be heard or spoken for those who need to hear. And relationships are fucked up now. You got men perfected lyingness to where they don't want to be men no more. They don't want to lead no more. They want you to chase them, follow them, but not have no substance. And then women want to be men, want to carry guns and be drill rappers and flaunt nothing but titties and ass and material gains, when your mind, your soul, your wisdom is the most precious thing ever you can ever offer a person, or anyone can ever offer you. Breaking bread is what can I give to you that can add on to you? What can you give to me that can add on to me? Instead of, oh yeah, you're perfect for me, you're the one for me, but there's somebody better, or there's a benefit that this person is offering, so I'm gonna fuck up what I got going or what I could have going for something tangible, for something instant that's giving me instant gratification. You know what I'm saying? And regardless if you're having tonight's conversations, or you're having a round table conversation, or you're Yaki awakening, you know what I'm saying? You need to understand self outside of the material gang, outside of the first two coins that were created. Who the fuck are you beside what is presented to the outside world? You can't continue being a facade regardless if you're 50, 43, 23, or whatever. It's fake, because this set in time is not even real. So what real is probably beyond your thought process. So let's regain this thought process, y'all. Let's find ourselves. You men become men, lovers of women. You women become women, lovers of men. And this video is not for sexuality or duality of the sexes. I don't encourage homosexuality. However, that is a thing. This ain't that video. So we're sticking on men and women, and specifically the neuromelanated man and woman, the Nubians. Understand who you are. Take control of your mind. Operate in divinity. That one woman, she fine, ass, titties, whatever she got going for you, or whatever she's displaying for you. Work hard on that. Work hard on understanding who you are through her. Let her work hard on understanding who she is through you, and then y'all grow through that. Do magic. Do sex magic. Understand when y'all fucking try to develop something in the future that y'all want to see happen. You know what I'm saying? Alter the reality of what is now. That's what magic is. Don't get caught up in, oh, they said voodoo is bad and hoodoo and all that spells and hicks and all that shit. You spelling every time you speak, every time you write spells, every time you go to school, every time you go to work, you're under a spell. What the fuck? So we're here to break that spell. So to those who hear my voice, I am speaking to you in truth, in depth, in honor. I have been married 4 times. I have offspring twice. Well, and I have aborted 5. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to be ashamed. It's not to be cast in judgment. Walk in who the fuck you are. That's just what this video is about. Relationships. Have relationships with self. Have enough strength to have a relationship with someone else, being truthful, being your authentic self, being what you know or want to be. And if you're of falsehood, go be with that fake ass motherfucker, because there's plenty of them out here. But quit tainting the real motherfuckers that you see that their soul is really in the eyes of green, the eyes of love, operating through the blue. You know what I'm saying? And then you deceitfully go for them motherfuckers and take their love. And then you go back into the propaganda of, playing and gaming motherfuckers. And then that person is hurt. So they give out hurt, or they no longer put themselves into the pool of learning, which is dating, because they've been hurt. No, hurt motherfuckers hurt people because they never been checked. You can stop hurting a person. You need to stop doing what you're doing. And if you don't want to take accountability, boo boo, guess what? I see what you're doing and I'm letting you know. That's all it is, and that's all it is. What's up, baby? For what? Music. She's watching something. I want to listen to that. All right, so understanding who you are, not tainting what is pure. And that's what a lot of you motherfuckers got going on right now. You fuck boys and fuck girls. Y'all think it's okay to be a city girl until it's time to be a day walker. And I got a video on the difference of between selling pussy and just getting fucked. You know what I'm saying? Being the sacred whore and being a Jezebel. Stay tuned to that video. I had to delete it previously because the sound wasn't working. The camera that I done got, Amcrest, it's a little static, and there was just no sound at all in some of the videos, so I had to delete it. But I'm going to redo that. But a lot of y'all are not understanding what you're doing, and it's spreading propagandized for what my younger child will have to experience, as she's doing the dance. Make me harder, make me sweat. I'm like, oh my gosh, at 4, and she trying to do it. Go, it's like, go ahead. She can barely do it, but it's not prerogative of twerk and show your pussy, let your ass coochie breathe and all that stupid shit. But is understanding the divinity. Your masculinity is to, boast like, yeah, that's my woman. I provide for her. I protect her. I lead her. And as a feminine, you're like, oh shit, this is my breast. This is my voluptuous curves. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to seduce. You know what I'm saying? In the right way. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to keep this video short. They usually be hours long and shit, but when I be on YouTube, I don't want to be hearing a motherfucker for hours unless it's literally something I really, really want to be in tune to. So we're gonna keep it short and follow into the next video. Ashe to all those who are of the ninth ether being dwellings. Ashe to you. Let's go.